Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Cinderella phenomenon. So, in the last episode, our girl Lucette almost got kidnapped, but thanks to Karma's divine appearance, we avoided that fate, and then we had a makeup party, and now Lucette just has to have an escort everywhere she goes, just in case. So, the days go by slowly, and I make no progress with my curse. Karma is busy with the knights today, and Laura and Parfait are busy talking with Rumple about his curse in his room. Tonight is the perfect night to go and wander the town by myself. I need to see if I can find out anything about the witches and what is happening around the kingdom. Laura and Parfait are not going to tell me anything, and no one has wanted to take me out of the Marchen since the kidnapping attempt. These thoughts spiral helplessly in my mind as I sit at a table. I've just finished working for the day, and the activity in the Marchen is beginning to wind down. Pardon me. Garland stands at the door as the last few customers leave the Marchen. Jurian is walking around the room to make sure that there are no problems. Out of the corner of my eyes, I notice two men pause halfway across the room to glance back at her. I can overhear their words from where I am. Shame that she's a knight, eh? She's the proud type, too proud to let a man dote on her. Bleeding shame indeed. But do you think if I tried to say something to her? You too. Garland is suddenly standing behind the two men, an uncharacteristically dark stare on his face. Is there a problem? Doors are closing for the night. I'm going to ask you two to please leave. No need to be so uptight, lad. We're on our way out now. I don't know why I decided to give him that accent after I saw him say bleeding. The two men walk out and Garland stands in the middle of the tavern area, glaring after them. He more or less pushed them out of the tavern. If a niece had seen that, she'd probably have scolded him. Garland. Ugh. You okay? Of course. You think you can fool me? I've known you for long enough to know that something's bothering you. Neither of the knights seem to have noticed me here. If they do, they ignore me, which is just fine. Jurian is still looking insistently at Garland, who looks down at the floor. Is he going to say something to her? Something! Finally, at long last! We've been waiting for the ship to happen! Come on! Smoosh! Garland says nothing, though. He looks at a loss for words. Finally, Jurian reaches out and pokes his shoulder, and he looks up, startled. Still the same as always, the silent, watchful knight. Only says things with certainty when he knows they're the truth. Even the princess is waiting for you to say something. Both knights turn to look at me, and Garland seems surprised. I raise an eyebrow at him, and he hurriedly looks away. Patrol is starting soon. I'll head out first. Okay, stay safe. Garland nods at her with a little smile before he leaves the tavern. Even Jurian is waiting for you to say something, idiot! Going to sleep soon, princess? I was just going to head up. I stand up and get ready to move up to my room, but stop once more to look at Jurian. Did you hear what those men were saying? Oh, about me being too proud or something? So she did hear them, but chose to say nothing. It doesn't bother me. They're right. I've been independent for a long time, and I would never think about myself pledging my safety to a man I barely know. I can take care of myself. Pardon me. Blunt and to the point. Jurian was really admired for that honesty in the palace. The only other men I've trusted before are my fellow knights. Garland most of all, since we've always been partners. She does not explain any further, and I decide that is for the better. The sooner everyone is cleared out, the sooner I can leave the Marchen. Tonight is the night I go looking for answers. Ooh, hello. It's Lucette in the cowl. What is this? And what is my hair doing? Hello. Do you want to not be annoying and stuck behind the headphones? There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Have you ever heard like TV static and just that was the sound of my hair being pulled out of the headphones right behind my ear? That annoying sound right there. Anyways, so sorry, Karma. But I can handle myself. I'm going to prove it tonight, like an idiot that I am. I may not be able to fight, but I can still be cautious enough not to land myself into trouble. That's what she thought! Ah! Idiot! Still, I do not happen to hear much of anything as I am exploring the town tonight. I should have brought along some kind of weapon, but then I would have had to steal a knife from the kitchen. I am not a thief. Hours pass before I find a tavern filled with knights. Deciding that I will at least listen to what is happening at the palace, I linger by the open door and listen to what the men are saying. I hear that young Fritz is having a hard time of it. I feel bad for the lad. Even Sir Alcaster thinks he's gone mad. Well, he does keep talking about a princess that doesn't exist. So he is cursed. Poor guy. Fritz still remembers me, but how? Even his father is growing weary of his blabbling. Sir Mithras forced him on break the other day. He didn't seem happy. Well, Sir Mithras must think he's crazy too. Poor Fritz. Can you keep a secret? The knights look at each other and I lean as close as I possibly can. Apparently, the boy spoke some truth, though Sir Alcaster doesn't quite believe it. He's looking for the daughter of the previous queen. Ooh. The witch had a daughter? The previous queen? Are they talking about Mother? How dare they call her a witch when that's exactly clearly what she is? Apparently she did though. I don't even remember being such a girl. This is top secret stuff. I just happened to wrestle this out of one of the lackeys looking for her. What would Sir Alcaster need this girl for? I'm assuming she's dangerous and they want to get rid of her. Are they talking about me? I'm curious. How are we supposed to find this imaginary princess anyway? Does she have any features? Aye, they described her features. Last man who went looking for her said she wore a special pendant around her neck. Huh. Sir Alcaster, huh? Huh. Sir Alcaster, is that what's up? Is that what's up? Sir Alcaster! Bitch! I should get out of here. I turn to leave the tavern, but my cloak snags on the door and falls to the floor, tripping me up in the process, like an asshole. I end up falling halfway into the tavern where the chatter abruptly stops. Is this... Oh, a lady? The knights that were talking approach me. One of them picks up my cloak. I attempt to grab my cloak from their fingers, but they pull it away from me, and I stumble into one of them. Madam. He moves to take my hand, then stops when he sees my face. Her face! And a necklace! Oh no! Her face and a necklace. You think she was spying on us? I don't know why I gave him this accent. Oh, witch! One of the knights grabs me by the wrist and pulls me toward him. He is far stronger than the man in the alleyway was. Unhand me right now! I am no witch! Then there should be no problem. We're just going to take you in, and if there's some big misunderstanding, we'll repay you ourselves, miss. No! Let me go! This behavior is not fitting of a knight! Come now, miss. Let's go back quietly. Yeah, fighting them is not going to work. We are outnumbered, and they're big and scary. Fighting back is useless when I am outnumbered. I have to try convincing them that I am not who they think I am. You are mistaken, sirs. I happened to overhear your conversation, and assuming I am some imaginary princess is unreasonable, even though that is exactly what I am. The knights look at each other. You know, she has a point. She was listening in on our conversation. That's clearly suspicious. Did you not hear what I just said? I happened to overhear it. Nothing more. You were cloaked, as if you were trying to hide your features. Being out at night without a cloak is a sure way to draw attention to a lady such as myself. You know, she has a point. Stop saying that, man! We got good points with karma! Yay! Then, ma'am, there should be no problem with us taking you back to the palace. If we are mistaken, this is like talking to Walker. This is DM. This is exactly like that. If we are mistaken, we'll clear up the misunderstanding and pay you handsomely. Come on, let's take her to the palace. The knights lead me out into the empty streets. Why? Why did I have to be so stubborn? The knights continue pulling me down the path until we come to a narrow street. Everyone who sees us walks away to avoid the knights. There's fear in their eyes. But I have done nothing wrong! Ma'am, if it makes you feel any better, we're risking our rank on this as well. I don't know, I'm suspicious of... Who goes there? Dun 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 dun! Dun 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 dun! I look up and notice Karma's familiar figure walking towards us. What is he doing here? And why isn't he in his disguise? Gentlemen, I ask that you to unhand that woman. As a knight, I would be ashamed to be seen treating a lady so terribly. And who are you? Her husband. His what? His what? Unhand her, gentlemen, or taste my blade. Sir, we were just going to take her to the palace to... I will give you on the count of 3. One knight keeps his grip on me as the other draws his sword. I stare at Karma, who continues to count, though the knight attacks him before his sword leaves his sheath. Karma and the knight trade blows, but it is Karma that comes out victorious. His blade slides past the knight's shoulder, distracting him enough to give Karma the opening he needs. Karma reaches back with his free hand to knock the knight out with a blow to the head. It may have just been my imagination, but for a few moments I think I see the knight's blade glimmer across the surface of Karma's hand before he falls. The knight holding me holds up his hands in surrender. I yield, sir! Yield. It seems no matter how the situation turns out, you are dishonorable. Please, sir! Boom! Karma knocks him out and then stands beside me as he sheaths his sword. Karma, A few moments, Lucette. Karma spends some time forcing a potion from a vial down each of the knights' throats. I watch him quietly, fearing that he might have killed them, but the knights only seem to be asleep. A potion that Parfait gave me. It will make the men forget they ever saw you. When Karma stands again, I notice the glimmer of blood on his hand and stare. You're hurt! It's nothing. I am sorry. Come on, princess, let's go back. He pulls me right out into the main street and does not let go of my hand. I cannot bring myself to speak. Karma has saved me twice now. Not only that, but this time he is injured. He says it's nothing, but his bloodied hand does not move at all. Why do I have to be so stubborn and insist I can handle myself? I do not speak for a long time. Eventually, I notice people start to stare. Though, not before long, the staring grows worse. Young women begin following us, giggling from behind. I turn to Karma, who looks like he hasn't slept in days. Karma? Sorry, princess, but I'm not in the mood to talk. Those girls are walking right behind us. This is his curse? Karma. Lucette, I just said I'm not in the mood to talk. Did you not hear me? We're being followed. He stares behind us almost stupidly and then laughs hollowly when the girls see his face. They start to rush towards us, their voices rising and blending together into a horrendous cacophony. Karma is not moving though. Poor boy. Oh no, he looks resigned. Maybe he's too tired to realize what he wants to do. I tighten my grip on Karma's hand and pull him away, my pace quickening to a run as the girls chase after us, screaming at me angrily for taking Karma away from them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Lucette, what are you doing? Getting us out of here. Lucette. I lead him through the town and into little nooks and crannies where we managed to lose some of the crowd. Karma often led me through some of these spaces as shortcuts. Waltz knew them too. Once we are alone again, I stop, falling to my knees and letting go of Karma's hand as I catch my breath. That really was a curse, having to run away from so many mindless women. That was... difficult. Lucette? What? I did not mean to snap, but the tiredness is pressing on me too. You helped me out of that. Of course I did. Why would I want to be chased by girls? You could have left me behind and gone on alone. Instead, you helped me. You helped me too. I guess I paid you back. Though, to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about repaying him for saving me. I just knew that I didn't want Karma to be stuck trying to fend off all those girls. He was right about his curse. That is terrible. I just realized something. Karma kneels down beside me and waits for me to speak. My curse has people forget me, and yours has even strangers become fascinated with you. It's almost like our curses are opposites of each other, and yet we seem so similar. My eyes widen when I realize what I just said. We are similar, aren't we? He holds out his good hand to me, and I let him lead me back to the tavern through the abandoned alleyways. My feet are heavy and all I want to do is sleep, but suddenly Karma is standing before me, his face grave. Lucette, I have to thank you for helping me earlier. I'm sorry I froze like that and made it more difficult on you. It was so sudden and I was so tired and I had no motivation to move. Shouldn't I be thanking you? I'll accept your thanks, even though I wish you didn't have to thank me in the first place. You should not have gone out on your own when you knew how dangerous it could be for you. I am sorry. I'll accept your apology too, because I lost sleep over this. I have no words for how I feel right now. Princess. Aww, that's sweet. Karma reaches for my hand again, and this time he holds it up and kisses the back of it. Suddenly, all of my tiredness falls away. You really are a handful. But a delightful handful. I'm going to bandage this hand and then rest. We'll speak later about all of this, okay? But the blood. The bleeding stopped on its own, Lucette. But it does need to be treated. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? As sure as I can be. I don't lie, not even for the sake of a pretty lady. Karma lets my hand go as soon as we enter the marchen and then bows politely to me before heading back to his room. I watch him go, my mind whirling. Does he usually kiss women's hands, or is it just me? No, I don't think so. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. You really are a handful, but a delightful handful. His words keep repeating in my head. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand. What is this feeling? So sudden and new. My face feels warm, and every time I think about his words, my heartbeat feels unsteady. I felt it the moment I laid eyes on you. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is karma, and he puts on that overly polite act with everyone. But then I'm pretty sure I have never seen him do something like that with another person. I'll just go downstairs and stop thinking about all this. I need to tell Parfait and Delora what happened. Because of the time I'd returned to the marchen yesterday, I never spoke with anyone about what happened. Maybe someone's downstairs. Someone usually is. I leave my room and make my way downstairs to the reception. It is quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Karma is sitting at one of the tables speaking quietly with Parfait and Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table bandaged. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. His injury is my fault. So, you have yet to hear the entire story. No, I'm afraid I'm not quite privy to the information Waltz has. Is that correct? Waltz has been directly involved in this far longer than you have. What about Waltz? Ah, you weren't meant to hear that yet. Princess, you're up early. And we'll get the story in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you then, so bye-bye.